Hello students, we'll be today doing some numericals on Gauss's theorem and what we have done in Coulomb's law. So before doing these things, we should know very well about about these formulas, okay, that we have already done. So in case of plane sheets of charge, there is two type of orientation. One sheets will be getting the positive charges scattered over this place, these plates like this. Okay, this will have an intensity in these sides and these sides. Okay, so there will be an electric field in these sides and even electric field at these sides. So these two, there will be two electric field, and these two electric field, as it is in outward direction, so it will be added. So we'll be getting two electric field added, and we'll get these things as E equals to epsilon divided by 2 sigma divided by 2 epsilon, where epsilon is the surface density of the charges. Suppose this is the charge we have given, Q charge we have given on an area A. So sigma gives that surface density of the charge. So it is becoming Q by epsilon. Okay, but in this case, suppose we are taking a conductor sheets like this. So it will be the electric charges in these sides will be getting the electric charges. So for this we can simply use the Gauss's theorem and can get the electric field E, that is equal to sigma by epsilon. So it is half of this. Okay, this one, half of this one is this, correct? It is 1 by half of this. Why it is half? You can say there is two part of the electric fields in this case, but here in this case there is only one part of the electric field here coming. So it is clear to you. Now this is very important for CBSE and it comes very often in different forms. Now next we'll see what is this hollow charges. Suppose we are taking this type of hollow one ball like this. Suppose this is a hollow ball. Okay, so in this ball, if you are giving a charge over the surface, so it will have an intensity like inside this hollow sphere, it should be metal. Okay, if it is metal, inside this hollow sphere there will be no electric field, only electric field will be outside these surfaces, and this value will be Q by 4 pi r square epsilon. This we have already proved. E equals to Q by 4 pi r square. This is almost like Coulomb's law. Suppose if the charge is supposed to be concentrated at this place, then from this place we'll get the electric field and we'll get a graph like this. We have shown you earlier, that is electric field starts from here and it is going in this way and it is just decreasing in this way and moving infinitely like this. Clear? So now suppose if you take a solid sphere in this way, solid sphere we can show like this. This is a solid glass sphere, and if you are giving a charges here, so what happens, this charge will be throughout this sphere and even inside also this sphere there will be charges. Clear? So charges will penetrate inside. Clear? In this case we will be writing here E equals to Q by Q into R divided by 4 pi epsilon into R square. And if we are simplifying, this is R at any point. Suppose inside this point we are getting R here, this is small r, and capital is the radius of this sphere. So we will be getting Q by 4/3 pi r cube, we can write like this, and ultimately we will get a formula that rho into r cube divided by 3 epsilon into r square. This r is the internal radius and this r is the external radius. At the surface of this sphere, you yourself calculate, this r will be equal to this r, means this small r will be equal to r at the surface. So we'll be getting here P into r divided by 3 epsilon 0. Okay, so this is what precisely we have gone through the formulas, and we'll be getting another formula that is in NCERT. So that one will be studying here. Suppose we are giving a plain sheets of this type of wire and we are giving a charge like this. Suppose this is a wire and we are giving charge over this wire. Okay, so what will be the intensity? That intensity we can find out. We'll be taking a Gaussian surface. So this is the first time we are taking a Gaussian surface like this. So will be drawing a Gaussian surface in this way, and we'll find the influence of this field here. The electric field will be like this, and here also like this, and here it is going out in this way, electric fields. So this one is normal, this one is normal to the surface, and surface vector is like this. Surface is a vector, no, it is also going like this, so it will be all 0 degree. So we'll be getting inside electric field here in this way, and if we are calculating, then we'll write E into ds in this way, that is equal to EA cos theta, that is equal to, if it is normal at 0 degree, so it is cos 0 is 1, so we are getting E dot dA. Okay, so epsilon will be E integration of dA, and then we'll be writing that dA is 2 pi r. This is 2 pi r into L. L is the length, so surface area is 2 pi RL, so we are multiplying E into 2 pi RL, and ultimately we are getting Q, ultimately we are getting E equals to, this is equal to Q by epsilon, so we'll be getting E equals to lambda divided by 2 pi r epsilon in this way. What is lambda? We have written here, lambda is equal to surface density of the charges, that is lambda equals to Q by L. If we are substituting this value Q here, L and L cancelling, and we are getting lambda divided by 2 pi r into sigma 0. So this is the intensity. This is all there in the NCERT syllabus, and we'll be doing, especially for this one solid sphere, it is conceived in case of NCERT as a hydrogen atom, and previously scientist Thomson thought that this is a density of the electrons, and there is positive charge at the center. So in this way he conceived a electrical field in this way in case of hydrogen. So this is there in NCERT, and these all things are there in NCERT. Now let us do some numericals out of this. If you are going through this, these are the formulas if you are going through, so you can do the numericals. So first numerical in NCERT will be doing like this. I am reading the things and you can get it from the NCERT book. So it is given that electrical field E, that is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 3 into I Newton per Coulomb. Here it is. What is the flux through the square area of 10 centimeter sides? This is 10 centimeter side. So what we'll have to find out? We'll have to find out the flux. This is the flux. So we'll be using in order to find out the flux, we should use the Coulomb's law. So Gauss's theorem we should use. So we'll be writing phi equal to E dot integral of ds, correct? dA or ds area, whatever you can write. So we'll be writing like this, and we'll be putting back the value of the E, that is 3 into 10 to the power 3 into I. This I is the unit vector. This electric field is a vector. Okay, so we are writing in form of, this is the numerical value and this is the unit vector, and here we are multiplying with area vector ds. Okay, so what we'll be writing, 3 into 10 to the power 3 into I, and this ds, you see book that is given ds in the yz plane. Suppose we are drawing a axis like this. So this is x axis, this is y, and this is z. So yz plane is this one. Clear? It is yz plane. So in this yz plane, this we will be drawing the unit vector. Be very careful whenever a surface is mentioned, you should draw the unit vector here. Okay, so unit vector will be outward like this. Even the electric field is also given in this way. Okay, this is the electric field. So what we can write, this is, we will be taking the dot product of ds, that is I into ds. ds is the numerical magnitude here. So 3 into 10 to the power 3 into I dot I equals to 1. So we can write that I dot I, that is equal to what? 1. I dot k, that is equal to 0. If it is different, I dot j, that is equal to 0. I k dot j, that is equal to 0. In dot product we are getting like this. So we'll be writing here 10 to the power 3 I ds and the value of the ds will be 10 square. So we will be writing 10 to the power minus 2 centimeter square, and we will get the value as 30 newtons per coulomb. This you can do it yourselves. No, this calculation 13 newton meter square coulomb to the power minus 1. So this is one sum we have done. Next, let us do the another sum. Okay, so we'll be doing another sum, that is one second part of it, that is given as suppose this surface area what we have drawn there. So this surface area is like this. We have taken the surface area and we have drawn this one. Okay, so this surface area here, this one, it is inclined, the surface area is like this, and the electric field is inclined at an angle of 60 degree it is given. Okay, 60 degree. Next part of the sum, 60 degree to the this is the electrical field to the unit vector of the surface. This is unit vector of the surface ds, and this is the electric field E. So how we'll be doing? We'll be using the Gauss's law once again. Gauss's law gives E dot ds, that is equal to phi, that is equal to q by epsilon. Okay, so we'll be doing this one now. We'll be doing in the similar way as we have done earlier. Here we'll be writing E dot ds cos 60 degree. Okay, and we'll be writing here E dot ds, we have got 30, so it is 30 cos 60 is half, that is equal to 15 degree 15 newton meter square to the power coulomb to the power minus 1, so per coulomb. So in this way we'll be getting here 50. In previously we got 30, so the intensity of the field is reducing. Suppose if you are taking a sheets like this, clear, so and even if you are changing the sheets directions, like this is the sheets we are taking in this way, and then we are, suppose this is a sheet. Okay, these sheets we are taking straight to the light, so it will be brighter. But if you are taking like this, turning this one, it will have less light here, correct? So this one we are proving even in case of electrical fields. Clear it is? So from the formulas you can do and understand the numericals behind this. Clear? The value meanings of the numericals, you should understand these things, and so that you will be able to do the numericals very well. So next we will be doing another numericals, that is, it is given here. Suppose this is given one charge, point charge. So this one is the numericals given like this, in a plate like this, it is placed here. Okay, so over this plate there is a charge. So charge we have kept here, that is given 5 centimeter away. It can be given any values, 5 centimeter away, and this is 10 microcoulomb charge. It is placed like this. So it is given that if there is a cube round these areas, then what would be the flux on each sides? Clear? So how will we doing these things? Can you conceive it? How can we do, and can you think over and tell me? Suppose we will be in this case constructing a Gaussian surface that we have done earlier. No, we have earlier these surfaces were given. Now we will be drawing a Gaussian surface and enclose this charge. Okay, so what we will be doing? We will be taking a surface like this. Okay, half and half we will be taking like this, another half will be drawing it down like this. So we will be making a surface in this way, cubes. Okay, these cubes will look like this. You can draw better than me. So it like this, you draw it. Clear? So this will be a cubical area. Cubes like this. So in these cubes we are giving we have kept the charge here. So we'll be using now this Gaussian surface. So what will be the value of this Gaussian surface? So Gaussian surface we are taking phi, that is the flux, equal to the flux passing through the, that is flux that is passing through the cube, passing through cubes, through cubes, passing through cubes. So this will be divided by 6 part. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6, there is 6 faces. So we'll be dividing this total flux will be divided by 6, and we'll get the flux through each part. So what is there? Phi is equal to the q by epsilon. It is given by Coulomb's law, Gauss's theorem, that is E dot ds integral. So what will be writing, the phi dash that is from each surface is equal to the q by 6 epsilon 0. Okay, so in this way we can do the numericals of this 1 2 3 4, that numerical we have done, and we will be doing further numericals on this next day. Okay, so we have just learned how the surface to be drawn, how the field lines to be taken, how the vectors to be used, and this is all from NCERT I have done. Tomorrow I will be doing the same pattern of sums from others books. Thank you student, thank you for attending this.